Now to a warning for consumers from the Better Business Bureau. A Bitcoin company is allegedly tricking customers into fake transactions. The BBB Great West Pacific has received more than 160 complaints about the company Bitcoin Bonus so far. Joining us now with what to look out for is Logan Hickel from the BBB. Logan, thanks so much for being with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me on.
All right, let's go ahead and start. What is Bitcoin Bonus?
Yeah, so Bitcoin Bonus, it's a company that is supposedly based out of Oregon City, Oregon, and you quoted 160. Now we're at over 170 complaints, reviews, and scam checker reports about this company. We did some digging and saw that they're also not registered with the state of Oregon itself. Now, the company, they claim to offer cryptocurrency investing, mining, and of course, as these companies do, they offer great returns. And they typically are starting their interaction with individuals by telling them they have this great big pot of money ranging from often in the $20,000 to $30,000 range. And they're telling people that they joined this program 364 days ago and their initial investment has grown to this great pot of money, but they need to act fast within 24 hours to retrieve those funds before the account is closed out permanently and those funds are lost.
All right, and what are people experiencing when they actually respond to the company?
Yeah, well, first, those funds that will disappear quickly, they don't exist at all. Typically, people reporting to us, including 6 from here in Washington State, say that they're told they need to pay a small fee to convert from Bitcoin to USD to transfer out those funds. And the usual amount that they're told to pay is $64. And some people end up paying the fee multiple times for these non-existent funds. One person actually reported to us that they did what we suggested. They took that step back and did some research on the company, and they didn't find much online about them. So they figured it was legitimate and that those who did know about it just wanted to keep it under wraps to protect their investments. So they went through with that transaction, unfortunately.
Such a tricky thing as so many people are still learning about Bitcoins themselves. Now, what are some of the red flags people should look out for when interacting with cryptocurrency companies?
Sure. So in these types of scenarios, it's key here that this supposed company is reaching out to the customer, the person at home. The company is telling them that they have an account open with thousands of dollars in it that they don't remember ever opening. If someone is reaching out to you, made that initial contact with you instead of you calling them or emailing them, that conversation needs to undergo a lot of scrutiny and skepticism. You also don't want to give into these scare tactics. If you've already sent them funds and if they're a legitimate business, your money won't just disappear. That's not how it works. And in previous scenarios, we've also seen threats of legal action if you don't pay their fees. Just in any case, don't give into those scare tactics. And lastly, let's just watch closely for any odd communication or typos and use good judgment. As we always say, if an offer sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
All right, Logan Hickel with the BBB, thanks so much for being with us and giving us these important warnings.